Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. What up? Back at it. Once again, Beat Economy 200. You know how we do. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get it in. Back at it once again. We got 8 producers in the building tonight. The Unspoken Truth representing United Kingdom, Wales, United Kingdom. We got CLIDE, champ from last battle, back again, representing Virginia. Virginia's been doing their thing. We got a lot of Virginia in the building tonight. So shout out to CLIDE, back again. RCEE Productions representing Cali, the West Coast. You know you can't leave the West Coast out. We got WHITENOYZ representing the city, Scarborough, Toronto, same difference. SEMAJ representing Springfield, Ohio, otherwise known as the Simpsons town. DAV the Ninja representing Hempstead, New York. Shout out to Hempstead. Shout out to Queens. Dubious Beats representing West Virginia, and the Man with Many Styles representing Virginia. So we got a lot of Virginia in the battle tonight, whether it's just Virginia or West Virginia. We got a lot of Virginia in the building. Shout out to Sino, Ottawa's own. Yeah, Steph Boogie, we are back. So let's get to it. We're not going to do too much talking tonight. We're going to let the beats do the talking. So it's 5 beats each producer. Well, if you get to that point of playing 5 beats, it's 3 rounds. So, you know, some are going to make it to the second round, some are not. 3 rounds. First round is best of 3. Second beat's just 1 beat cutthroat. And the final round, 1 beat cutthroat. Short, simple, straight to the point. 5 bangers. And we're going to get it in just like that. All right. So without any further ado, we're going to get to the first round. We got Unspoken Truth versus CLIDE going first. United Kingdom versus Virginia. Straight out the gate. We got the last battles champ right out the gate. So let's jump right into it. Unspoken Truth. 60 seconds. This beat is called The Ride. And let's get it. That was the Unspoken Truth, bringing it back. He had a little hiatus, and I understand what he's been doing in that time frame, just getting it in. So that was crazy. Shout out to Unspoken Truth. Shout out to the whole United Kingdom, UK. That was crazy. The Ride, that beat was called The Ride, and it was definitely a ride. Now let's slide over to the CLIDE side and see what ride he got in the stash. Beat is called BBQ. So I guess he's here to cook tonight. So CLIDE, last battles champ, back at it once again. 60 seconds. VA zone. Let's do it. was nasty. I'm gonna do a little snippet of both beats. I'm riding more so with Clyde on this one because the transition and everything was just dope. But Unspoken Truth beat was also dope. I want to play a little snippet of both beats again. This is the first battle right out the gate. Both producers were bringing it, so I just want to hear a snippet. I think Clyde might have got it by just a hair, but let me do a little snippet of both beats once again. The Ride, Unspoken Truth, and luckily this is best of 3, so either way it goes, you got a chance to redeem yourself. Unspoken Truth once again. Let's do it. Snippet from Unspoken Truth, very dope. Clyde, let's see what you had once again. Barbecue. All right, first round, we're going to slide with Clyde, but it's best of 3, so the Unspoken Truth ain't out of it yet. Next beat, Unspoken Truth, 60 seconds, representing the UK. Okay. Beat is called The Gospel. Let's do it. Unspoken Truth, Unspoken Truth, the Unspoken Truth. 3 transitions. I was really feeling the first beat. The second beat was cool. I wasn't so much feeling the third transition as much, but the first one alone, that was it. That first beat alone was enough. You know what I mean? But the transitions were cool. But I was really digging that first half or the first 3/4 of it with the first beat you came in with. So that was dope. That you could just ride in the whip with that. But let's see what Clyde has to say in response. 60 seconds. My bad. This beat is called Boo. Let's do it. sonically, I would have to give it to CLIDE on this one. You know, sonically, there's not much debate, and I can go with how that all was glued together. I did like on an Unspoken Truth beat, but as I said, the first part had me. I wasn't so much feeling the, we got to the second and third transition as much, but the first opening beat that you came out with, I was really feeling that beat. But salute to the Unspoken Truth from Cardiff, Wales, United Kingdom. It's always good to have the UK in the building. Salute to the UK because it's so similar to T-Dot. But yeah, salute to the Unspoken Truth. We got to ride with CLIDE on this one. So CLIDE, we're going to see you again in the top 4. But Unspoken Truth, you are always welcome on the platform. Always welcome to have you back. So salute, honors, and respect. All right? Conductor, what up? Vapor Guard. Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to keep it moving. We got RC Productions representing Cali, and we got WHITENOYZ representing Scarborough, Toronto. Same difference. RC, you going first. 60 seconds. Beat is called Crows. Let's do it. Like that. That beat sounds like somebody in TDE. I don't know who, but I just think of TDE when I heard that beat. I don't know, Schoolboy. I don't know, somebody in TDE. But yeah, that's dope. I like that. RC Productions representing Cali. I can't pronounce the city correctly. I think it's Duarte. I'm not sure. One of the two. But shout out to Cali. Yeah. So WHITENOYZ, you up next, representing Scarborough, Toronto. Beat is called Cream Battle Mix. 19's Cream Battle Mix. All right, let's do it.
Times is rough. Times is rough. Oh. Times is rough. Times is rough. Every day I escape from Jake's.
Appreciate the sample. Appreciate the sample. Anytime Wu-Tang is in the mix, gotta appreciate that. Gotta show love where love is due. But that wasn't better than RC Productions beat, you know. So first round, we giving that to RC Productions. Sonically, it just bounced better, you know, had a better bounce to a better vibe. But I do like that sample that you chose. You chose WHITENOYZ representing Scar Town, Scarborough, and all of that. Love is love. But yeah, RC Productions, you got the first one, but it's not over yet. Best of 3. So let's see what you got for the second beat. Best of 3. This beat is called High Island. 60 seconds. Let's do it.
Get high, get high, get high, get high, get high, get high, get high on your memory, on your memory, on your memory.
You don't even understand how we need beats like that right now. It's snowing in this city, if you could believe it. It's snowing in Toronto. We're still going through the whole winter thing on top of being locked down and on top of all the other ish. It's snowing right now as we speak. So that kind of vibe, that summer barbecue vibe, we need that more than ever right now. That was dope. That's a throwback to like Common, you know, something that Common would drop back in the day. Very dope. I like that. Very, very dope. But let's go to the Scartown side of things. Let's see what Scarborough got to say in response to that dope beat from RC Productions, Cali Zone. WHITENOYZ, 60 seconds. This beat is called Can't Use My Phone. 60. Let's do it. RC's beat was still very, very, very dope. Fire. But that Erica sample is worthy of a round 3. I'll just leave it at that. You know, it just wouldn't be the right thing to just be a clean sweep. That sample, Erica, that just kind of altered the whole landscape. So that's worthy of a round 3. We're going to go to a round 3, best of 3. RC Productions, you still going first. 60 seconds. Beat is called West Coast Gadget. He's definitely been repping the West heavy tonight. Let's see what he got in store for the third beat. 60 seconds. Let's do it. That was heavy. That was heavy. Very dope. RC Productions bringing it all the way from the west. Unfortunately, I can't hear anybody in the chat. I can see you type, but I can't hear you. So I'd like to know how the city is pronounced. Is this Duarte? I'd like to know how the city's pronounced, but he's representing that city in Cali. WHITENOYZ representing Scartown, Scarborough, Toronto. 60 seconds. Let's see what you got to say in response. It is called Grand. The beat is called Grand. So we'll see who's sampling in this battle. He sampled Wu-Tang. He sampled Erykah Badu. Who knows? Maybe he's sampling Grand Poobah or something. Grand is the name of the beat. Let's do it. All right, we're going to do a little snippet of both beats just to make sure we heard what we heard and have a definitive winner for this round, because the winner of this is going to the top 4. So we're going to play a snippet of RC and a snippet of WHITENOYZ. Both of them are dope, but we want to make sure the right beat gets through. So 60 seconds, we're going to do a snippet of West Coast Gadget by RC, and then we're going to jump into WHITENOYZ once again. Let's do it. All right, I got an air full of that beat. Now let's jump back to WHITENOYZ. 60 seconds, Grand. Let's do it. All right, both beats were dope. Creativity wise, have to go to RC, how we flipped the sample, Inspector Gadget. He had me thinking about watching that, and I'm thinking of the different sounds that I remember hearing and stuff. Obviously, I can't just judge it solely on that because I remember it. But the way that he flipped it, using the samples, flipping it a certain way, making it sound good, because not all samples sound good. People flip samples and it sounds horrible, but that was a dope flip. So creative-wise, I'm going to ride with RC a little bit more on this one. RC, the WHITENOYZ was still dope. Definitely that sound that brings me back to Scarborough in its grimy days. Not to say that it's all sweet now, but there was definitely an era And those in the city know what I'm talking about when it was really dark and dirty in the city. And that beat fits that time frame in that capsule, that time capsule in Scarborough, when that kind of sound was what was popping. But dope. The beat overall is still dope. Nothing to take away from WHITENOYZ. I just think the RC had a little bit extra because he flipped the sample so well, and that kind of gave him the edge in this battle. So RC, we're going to see you in the top 4, but WHITENOYZ, always come back, do your thing, because it's still fire. There's still a definite pocket for that. Artists could get on that very easily and do their thing. There's no, you know what I mean? That's definitely something. Duarte, okay, I guess so. It's exactly as it looks, Duarte. Now you don't gotta roll the tongue or anything. That is Duarte, and he got war in the name, so you already know what it is. He coming with it. His city has war in the name, Duarte. So shout out to RC. We're gonna see you in the top 4, but shout out to the WHITENOYZ for doing your thing. All right. Next up, we got SEMAJ representing Springfield, Ohio. You got it right, Springfield as in The Simpsons. And DAV the Ninja representing Hempstead, New York. Now this is gonna be a battle. So SEMAJ, you going first. Beat is called Timeless. 60 seconds. Let's hear some timeless music from Springfield, Ohio. Let's do it.
Seriously, SEMAJ, another one?
Definitely a dope beat in and on its own. I was expecting a little bit more because we're in a battle, but the beat itself was cool. Very dope beat. A beat of the times. It's what's popping right now. So dope beat. I wish it had a little bit more oomph to it just because we're in a battle mode, but I get it. That's what it is today. So SEMAJ, James spelled backwards. First beat, dope. That was called Timeless. DAV the Ninja, Hampstead, New York. Let's see what he got in the deck. This beat is called Stage Dive, so it already sounds like the energy is going to be high. Let's do it. It was pretty close, but I think the more the beat went on for DAV the Ninja, the more progression, it was starting to build up. The more elements came in, the keyboard and stuff like that. It started to sound a more fuller beat. Both were mellow. Both were very mellow. And I was expecting a little bit more oomph from both sides, to be honest. But I would say DAV, just by a split here, might have got the first round just by having more elements and it sounded like a more fuller production. And we only had 60 seconds. If it had gone to another minute, it'd probably been more progression in the beat. But first round, we're going to give that to DAV, but it's not over yet. It's best of 3. So SEMAJ, let's see what you got on deck for the second beat. This beat is called In Need. 60 seconds. Let's do it.
Seriously, SEMAJ, another one?
Fuck with the beat. Fuck with the beat. I like it. I like that. That was a vibe. That was a definite vibe. SEMAJ, Springfield, Ohio. That was a definite vibe. Let's see what Dave the Ninja has to say in response. I guess both producers are on the mellow tip. That's the time they on. So this beat is called With a Boot Up. X with a boot up. Let's do it. Dave the Ninja, Hempstead, New York. SEMAJ, I think he got you tonight. SEMAJ's beat was very dope. Actually, I'm gonna play a little snippet of both beats again. I want to hear that round again, just a snippet. So I want to play SEMAJ again. I think Dave might have got you on this one, but I want to hear that beat again, SEMAJ. So we're gonna drop a little snippet of his second beat, In Need. This is SEMAJ, Springfield, Ohio. Let's do it.
Seriously, SEMAJ, another one?
Right, that was SEMAJ once again, Springfield, Ohio. Dave the Ninja. We're gonna jump back into that. X with a boot. Let's do it, a snippet. All right, Dave the Ninja, we're going to see you in the top 4. But salute once again to SEMAJ, representing Springfield, Ohio. The beats were dope. Very on the mellow tip. I'm not sure what you might have had in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th beat. Very mellow, but still dope. You can have a mellow beat that's dope. So just know that. SEMAJ's beats are still dope. They're just a little bit mellow for the battle format. But Dave the Ninja, we're going to see you in the top 4 tonight. And the final round before we get to the top 4 is Dubious Beats representing West Virginia and the Man with Many Styles representing Virginia. All right, so it's a Virginia thing right now. Dubious Beats, you going first. This beat is called Don't Be Like Me. Okay, let's do it.
Don't do me like that. 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 Don't do.
All right, that was Dubious Beats from West Virginia. The loops don't usually do too well, but you never know. We got to see how bad the Man with Many Styles does you. As you said, don't do me like that. So we're going to see how bad he actually does you, and we're going to figure this one out. The Man with Many Styles, first beat of the night. This beat is called, you know, he always comes with the crazy names, Zilla Kong. Zilla Kong. All right, 60 seconds. Man with Many Styles, Virginia versus West Virginia. Let's do it.
You are blessed. You've been lucky. I wish I got you last time. On guard. I'll let you try my style.
All right, that was the Man with Many Styles. The Man with Many Styles got the first round. You know, just having some creativity, throwing a little Wu-Tang, Shaolin techniques in there doesn't hurt either. Dubious Beats, you just need to be a little bit more creative. Just a loop for 60 seconds. On a live stage, you might get a tomato thrown at you. You might get a bottle thrown at you just because you need to be more creative than having a loop for 60 seconds. Everybody's a producer. We all know what it takes to make beats. And we know what kind of creativity is involved when you have a loop for 60 seconds. Doesn't get high ratings, usually, in most cases, unless the loop is stupid, like some DJ Premier loop. But, yeah, we're going to ride with the Man with Many Styles for this one, first beat, but it's not over yet. Second beat, 60 seconds. This beat is called a Schoolboy Q type beat. Dubious Beat, a Schoolboy Q type beat. Let's do it. little bit more dynamic than the first beat. I'll give it that. It was a little bit more dynamic than the first beat. But just study. Just come on the platform, study the other producers, study the competition, see what they're using, see how they do transitions, see the different elements they use. Just get some tips from other producers, because it's also a networking and learning from each other type of thing. It's not just battle in the bag. That's a part of it. But you also want to learn, sharpen your swords, see what the competition is like, and get better. So don't take it as a loss. Just take it as a chance to improve yourself going forward. So salute to Dubious Beats for that beat. All right. The Man with Many Styles, let's see what you got to say in response to that. 60 seconds. It's called Rakim featuring Nas, J. Cole. Thank God for music. All right, let's do it.
Immensely strong and immune to nearly any weapon. When it's properly used, it's almost invincible.
Right, I could definitely hear the Nas, J. Cole on that. Not so much the Rakim. But I definitely heard the Nas, J. Cole elements of it. But shout out to the Man with Many Styles. We'll see you in the top 4 tonight. And again, Dubious Beats, just study the competition. You now know what you're up against. So next time you're on the platform, I expect to hear an improvement. Just switch it up. Try different things. Try different sounds. Flip samples if you want, but just observe, study, listen to what the competition is like so you're better prepared next time on the platform. With that being said, the top 4 tonight are CLIDE, RC Productions, DAV the Ninja, and the Man with Many Styles. CLIDE and RC is up next. 1 beat apiece from the rest of the night, so it's just 1 beat apiece this round and 1 beat apiece in the final round. So CLIDE, you going first, 60 seconds. This beat is called Knock Knock. 60 seconds. Guess who is it? Do it. A definite vibe by CLIDE. A definite vibe by CLIDE. Yep, a definite vibe by CLIDE. All right, RC, let's see what you got to say in response to that. Virginia has something to say. Now let's see what the West has to say. This beat is called A Decade, 60 Seconds, RC Productions from Duarte. Let's do it. That's worthy of a snippet. I gotta play a snippet of both beats. That one is a tough round. So, Clyde, once again, we're gonna play a snippet of your beat called Knock Knock. Then we're gonna jump back into RC and see who's going to the finals tonight. Just a snippet. Clyde, Virginia Zone, Knock Knock. Let's do it. That's fire. That's fire. Transition and everything was fire. RC, this beat is called A Decade. Once again, a snippet. Let's do it. That's a tough one, but the more I listen to both beats, I have to now evaluate it from a live perspective. If this was live on stage, how would that likely carry over? Clyde would get some definite points for the transition, speeding up the beat and then transitioning it. That was interesting. That was creative. But live on stage, I think RC's would have got the edge. That West Coast live in the crowd is a problem. For those that don't know, yeah, that West Coast vibe live in the crowd is a problem. Even a transition will be hard to take that beat out. You know, it was a dope beat. It just sounded dope. You know, I'm gonna rock with RC just a hair, just a smidget. You know what I mean? I really like Clyde's beat. I love the transition. I liked how he sped it up. Very creative, very dope. You just went up against a very difficult beat for this round. And when I listen to them back again, it's like, wow, how do you take away points from that? And the only thing I could say, well, if this was on a live stage, the West Coast probably would have got the little advantage on that one because it was a very dope beat. Very dope beat. Both were dope. You know, there's nothing to take away from either beat. You know, both beats had it, but I think that West Coast was a little bit heavier, you know, just a little heavier. Not a lot. It wasn't a knockout. Clyde did not get knocked out. It wasn't a knockout. It was just like, you know, a draw, basically. But, you know, the judges just sliding a little bit with RC. So we're going to give RC this one. But Clyde, you already been in the bag. You already know what the winning is like. And you could definitely get back there next battle. It's not a thing. You know, your beats are very dope. I'm sure what you had for the final round was fire. But save that for the next battle. You know, nobody heard it. So you can always use that for the next battle. But, yeah, RC, we're going to see you in the finals tonight. That West Coast is a problem. But, yeah, dope round from both producers. Ain't nothing to take away from Clyde. Definitely nothing to take away from RC. So, Dave the Ninja versus the Man with Many Styles. This beat is called Stack Up, Dark Disco, Dave the Ninja, Hempstead, New York. Let's do it. There's something very New York about Dave the Ninja's beats. Obviously, he's from New York, but because the South has carried, you know what I mean, kind of carried hip hop for the last decade or double decades or whatever with the South, with the trap. But there's something very New Yorkish about his beats. Somehow he's manages to slide a New York seasoning on his beats. Like you can kind of feel a New York vibe. The undertone of it has a New York feel to it. So shout out to Dave the Ninja for doing that. I don't even know if he did that consciously or maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but that's what I feel. When I heard his beat, I'm feeling like a New York undertone in the beat, even though it's classified like a Southern type beat. But salute. I like that. I mess with that. The Man with Many Styles, let's see what you got to say in response to that. This beat is called New Money. Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump right into it. Virginia Zone, The Man with Many Styles.
I've learned so many styles, forgive me.
That is worth a snippet. We got to play a snippet of that one. That's a dope matchup. Dave the Ninja, the Man with Many Styles. That was a very dope matchup. I got to play a little snippet just to see who's really deserving to be in the finals tonight. So Dave the Ninja, we're going to play a little snippet of Stack Up once again to see if this is going to make it to the finals tonight or not. Let's do it. All right. That was Dave the Ninja. The horns. Yes, that might be one of the definite things that had that New York feel to it. You can hear like Fabio and somebody going crazy on that. Even Ferg. Even Rowdy, even Bobby. But yeah, that had a different vibe to it. I like that. The Man with Many Styles. Let's take another snippet of what you had to offer. This beat is called New Money. Let's get another snippet. Let's do it.
I've learned so many styles, forgive me.
All right, it was close. The Man with Many Styles, you know, he had a vibe. That sample chop was very, very dope. But I think Dave the Ninjas was just overall a heavier track, a heavier vibe, almost like an anthem. You know, those horns blaring like that, it was almost like an anthem. A statement was being made with that. You know what I mean? It was almost like a transition from like the Dipset into a Fabio. You know, a transition from the Dipset era into the Fabio era. A smooth transition from both eras into one. You know, that's kind of what I was hearing. So I'm going to give this one to Dave the Ninja. That was a dope beat. I like the Man with Many Styles vibe. The vibe was dope. The sample selection was dope. But Dave the Ninja had a harder edge to it and a little bit more battle ready. You know, it had a more battle element to it. You know what I mean? Just the vibe of it, the bass, all of that. And then the horns on top of it. So, you know, it's definitely a statement. So shout out to Dave the Ninja, but shout out to the Man with Many Styles. Both were dope. But yeah, Dave the Ninja and RC Productions, East Coast versus the West Coast. Let's see how it's going to go down. So RC, you're going first. Representing the West. This beat is called Lights, Cameras, Production, 60 seconds. Representing the whole West Coast. Let's do it. That's a vibe. Somebody said Slum Village. Wow. That's a throwback, man. Just to even say that name. I haven't heard that in a minute. Somebody mentioned Slum Village. Salute and RIP to, you know, those that ain't with us in the group. But that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Dave the Ninja, let's see what you got to say in response to RC Productions. You got the whole East Coast on your back right now. This beat is called Hovering Angels Drill. 60 seconds. Let's do it.
I love you, Ninja.
Very, 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 very dope. It's the finals. So before we say who gets the bag, let's do a snippet of both beats just to hear it once again, because after this, there's no turning back. So we're going to play a little snippet of both beats, determine who the winner is, determine who gets the bag tonight. In your mind, you already know who deserves to get it. Let's find out once again. RC's going first. beat's called Lights, Cameras, Productions. Just a snippet. That is crazy. That's a vibe, man. That just takes you on a journey. RC Productions switched it on us. Thought he was coming with some West Coast and switched it on you. Dave the Ninja, let's see what you got once again. Hover and Angels Drill. Let's do it.
I love you, Ninja.
That is a hard battle to judge, y'all. That is a hard round to judge. For the lane that RC chose to go down, nostalgic, like very, very dope. There's a definite lane in hip hop for that vibe. And then of course, Dave the Ninja is the now sound, if you will. You know, that whole, that wave. In judging them, that's a very difficult one to judge because they're so opposite. Now, we have judged a lot of trap versus boom bap before, but this one is a little different because that's not even boom bap. That was just like some eclectic, eccentric, abstract kind of ish that he came with RC. I was almost gonna say, yo, y'all want to split the bag and take 100 each, but yo, that's a crazy one. Wow. You know what? I got to play a little snippet again. I got to play one more snippet of these because it's really, really, really tough. I got to deduct beats somehow because this one is not an easy round to judge. And I want to be really, really fair with both producers from what I heard. RC, you're just going to play like a quick snippet. I'm just going to drop it in the middle of the beat somewhere. And whatever hits me, I'm going to just go with it that. We're just going to drop it in the middle of the beat. And whatever however it sounds at that moment, we're going to judge it based on that. All right, so that was a snippet for RC. We just dropped it in the middle. Now we're going to do the same thing for Dave once again. And we're just going to drop it in the middle of the track. And the vibe is the vibe. All right. It's not easy. It's not easy. I really messed with RC's beat. But that but is always the killer. The vibe that's out right now is a little just, it's overwhelming. You know what I mean? That Dave vibe is just overwhelming. As much as dope as RC's beat is, and the nostalgic feel to it and the creativity in it, that sound that's popping right now is a little overwhelming. You know, put it this way, it's very hard to say that RC's beat could overtake that beat. But you might say, okay, because of what's popping right now, Dave's beat might overpower RC's beat because of what's popping right now. But yeah, it's not an easy call. It's not an easy call, but I'm giving a slight up to Dave's vibe. You know what I mean? Just listening to them a third time, not even a second time, but I had to go and listen to it a third time. And I love RC's beat. I love the production. That's definitely a vibe. Dope, all around dope. And we need that sound in hip hop a lot more. You know, sometimes the off kilter drum patterns and things like that, that's not there right as much anymore. We really miss that, and we really need that. But that vibe that's rocking right now in the streets, on the block, in the whips, in the clubs, is a little overwhelming right now. You know what I mean? That's just a dominant force right now. And Dave hit that right on the head, right on the money, right on the nail. And, you know, we're going to rock with Dave on this one. So Dave the Ninja, Hempstead, New York. Salute to everybody tonight. The Unspoken Truth, CLIDE, WHITENOYZ, SEMAJ, Dubious Beats, The Man with Many Styles. All dope. RC, definitely continue in that lane. 100% continue in that lane. That's bananas. That beat was bananas. There's nothing to take away from it at all. It's just when you get in a situation like this, was a very sticky situation. Very sticky situation. It's just like that other round that you were in and someone had a beat and you played that West Coast sticky situation. That was CLIDE. It was CLIDE. CLIDE's beat was dope, but he came up on that West Coast, and it's difficult to beat that, especially on a live stage. You know, it's very difficult to beat. Well, the same thing happened this time. Dope beat, but it's just difficult to beat that wave that's running shit right now. And, you know, Dave did justice to the beat. He did it proper. So we're going to give it up to Dave the Ninja tonight. But salute all the producers. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Right now, we're doing it every 2 weeks. So if you want to register, hit the website up, battleofthebeatmakers.com/beat-economy, and take you right to the registration page. Or if you're on Instagram, follow us at World Beat Battle, and the link is in the bio. You can just register directly from Instagram, Twitter, World Beat Battle, Facebook, Battle of the Beatmakers, and all that good stuff. All right. For those familiar with Move the Crowd Battle, the live, Toronto is about to open up. It seems that way. We've been locked down crazy for the last 2 years, but I think we're going to be fully reopened this summer. So Move the Crowd Battle will be going down this summer. August 27th is the tentative date. So, yeah, it should be all good for people to fly in the city, drive in the city, however you want to get here. All right. So August 27th, 2022. We've been postponing this battle for 2 whole years just because of the lockdowns and stuff crazy in the city, but looks like it's going to open up now. So with that being said, we're going to sign off. I'm going to salute to everybody once again. My name is Clifton. And yeah, we'll be back. So if you want to jump in the battle, it's only 8 producers, no more 16, just 8 producers, 5 beats. Put up your 25, walk away with $200. Simple as that. All right. So we out. Salute to you. Next battle. And salute to everybody that came through in the chat. I hope you learned. And if you lost tonight, it's all good. Study what the competition is like. Come back next week. You know, you don't got to change your lane. Just fine tune it a little bit. You know, tighten it up. You know, that's it. You don't got to change your lane. Your lane is any lane could win a battle. Any lane could win in music. Any artist could win in music. There is nothing that can't do it, because there's a lot of whack artists that made it. And, you know, not to say you should be whack, but I'm just saying, whatever your lane is, it can work. You know, there's nothing that says it has to sound like this to work or it has to sound like that to work. Anything can work from anywhere. Anybody, any age, any genre, whatever could work in music. It's a possible thing. So with that being said, we out, signing off. Salute to everybody. Yeah, deuces.